Hello everybody, welcome. In this video I want to discuss a mechanism in the mind, a thing to be aware of that the mind does, which puts us in a state of dissatisfaction and a state of suffering. And this is when the mind starts to project its own happiness onto let's call it external reality and its conditions. So we might decide, a very little example would be, we might decide that until I earn $1 million I won't be satisfied or happy. And what we do there is we have mentally decided that this $1 million is going to bring us happiness and fulfillment, and we can't be happy and fulfilled until we get there. And this is an ego's trick of keeping itself alive, keeping the seeking energy alive of time and future, and looking for happiness in the future, and not seeing that everything we could ever want, what this thing we are constantly searching for, is right here and right now and isn't anywhere else. And the only thing that hides that is projecting it into somewhere apparently else. And most of the time we find, let's say we do get the $1 million, usually it doesn't, it may bring us satisfaction for a time, but once that satisfaction wears off, we're back to where we were before, and we maybe say we need $10 million to be happy. And this is just how the mind keeps us in illusion. And another big one is enlightenment. When I get enlightenment, I'll be happy. When when I become more confident, when I'm more in touch with myself, when I'm healed. All these things. We are always delaying our peace and happiness and contentment in the moment. There's always something. We may even awaken and we have this idea that when I have a deeper awakening, I've realized I'm one, maybe I need to realize, oneness is emptiness, and we keep always something, and something to look out for. Because I feel like the process isn't about getting things. It isn't about getting to the deepest depths of being or having it all. It's about realizing you already have it all. And things may deepen and they may not. That's all process that will happen within being at peace with what is. And this is important to just contemplate and think about and ask yourself, what am I projecting my happiness onto? Is it a person? Have we decided that if we don't have this certain person in our life that we won't be at peace? Is it money? Is it approval? Do we feel like we need everyone to love us to be at peace, and we can't be happy until we have approval from certain people? Or have we decided, when I become a bit more confident, or when my awakening deepens? We got to look at what our mind's telling us, and not that it's not alright to go and chase money, or to become more confident and work on ourselves. I think these are just part of life. But the key to approaching these things is understanding that these things aren't going to give you this fulfillment that you think they are. We've got to find peace now, but still strive towards things. Now you may say, what if I feel peace now, why would I strive towards these things? I think you just naturally will strive towards things that bring you actually becoming peace now will just naturally make these things occur. You may naturally start to feel more confident, and if you were at peace now, you would be more confident, or you would, I don't know, maybe you would lose the desire to get more money. Maybe you still just like the idea of having money, but you're not attached to it. You know, maybe you want to make $1 million, and you go from a state of I need this to be happy to whether it happens or not, I'm content, but I'm still going to go for it because it's just something I want to bring into this, something I want to manifest in life. Yeah, whatever it is, it's definitely still important to, if you feel it's necessary, to have goals and things you want to achieve, because that's part of the human experience. You know, it's that fine dance between the middle of, you know, being detached, not unhealthy, but seeing that fulfillment isn't in the external, but at the same time accepting that we're human and we want things. We want to build lives, we want to build up, we want to do what we want as a human, bring things in, experience different stuff. We don't have to be all monks or living in the bush. We can just, you know, live a human experience, but not being attached to what comes and goes, and seeing the peace now. Because that's, as I've pointed out before, is the only thing stopping you from being at peace now, is projecting it or the seeking of it other than the current experience now. And it's obviously easier said than done. It just takes a lot of reflection. What am I thinking about that's going to make me happy? And especially enlightenment, waiting for enlightenment is the big one. That's probably the final one, when you're just waiting for enlightenment to happen. It's probably the sneakiest, and it gets people trapped for years. They're just waiting for this moment they think is going to happen. But when they stop looking for it, and they see that this moment is everything they could ever want it to be, that's when that can fall away. And we can always get pulled back in. It's good to remind ourselves of this, because things in life happen, and yeah, we sometimes lose something that we held dearly, and it can make us, we can forget and get pulled back into the mind and identification with it, and get pulled into that world of emotions. And sometimes it's a good reminder to remind yourself it's all here now. Let's not project happiness and peace and contentment onto something that isn't here now, and let life knows what it's doing. Everything happens for a reason, and you know, you only sort of see that until later. If you look back through your life, you go, oh, everything that happened was meant to happen to get me to where I am here. And it depends where you're at. If you're in a bad spot, you might not agree with me, but that's nothing. No, I don't think everything's meant to be. If you're in a good spot, you'll agree with that. But I feel that, whether it's true or not, I don't know. But I have a feeling the universe knows what it's doing. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.